Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Swanscombe on the North Kent line. Just going around the corner there as I started the video was 465181 and 465038. Oh, and also now passing is 465173. Right, so, the first train was 2 November 42, 1517, Southeastern service, from London Charing Cross to Gravesend, and the passing service is 2 Alpha 48, the 1521, Southeastern service, from Gillingham to London Charing Cross. Right, with that out of the way, we will see what's next here at Swanscombe on the North Kent line. Right, so, just wanted to do a little quick sort of first impressions thing of Swanscombe.
The train now approaching platform 2 does not stop here. Please stand well clear of the edge of platform 2.
So, we have a train passing very soon, but Swanscombe is a very difficult station to navigate. It's only 2 platforms. I think it's DFT category E. It's either E or F. And the footbridge, there's no footbridge. What you have to do is you have to go up the stairs, go over with the road bridge, but there's only a path on one side and it's the opposite side, so you have to go over the road bridge, then come back down onto the platform. And now getting ready to pass by is Lima 44, the 1532 Southeastern service from London Charing Cross to Gillingham. Yes, I know I did that quick. We've got really good viewing here as opposed to Northfleet Station. And it appears that I haven't acclimatised.
Hello? Ah, yes, got your attention now, jolly good. This is a very important announcement that you need to listen to.
Gonna stand back a bit. Networkers are quite violent as they pass. I'll get what it's formed of afterwards. Right, so I couldn't get the 466 in the middle, which is actually where it's supposed to go. It was 181 on the front and something else on the rear. I completely forgot. I think it was no, it wasn't the set I got in, because the set I got in will have the 466 on the back. Right, so it was 181 on the front, no idea what was in the middle, and I'll put what was on the back of the train in post. And with that, we'll see what's next here at Swanscombe on the North Kent line. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end it a bit earlier. I'm not going to do 2 hours. I'm going to do roughly 1.5 hours. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go home on the 1636. Yeah. I'm going to go home. I'm going to head off to platform 1 after filming the 1621, and then I'm going to cross over, go onto platform 1, and rather than going straight to Gravesend and going direct, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Greenhithe and change there and go fast. If I go to Greenhithe, then the train I get back won't stop at Northfleet or Swanscombe, so it'll be much faster. Right, and we're just waiting on the delayed service from Gravesend. And now arriving is 2 Delta 50, the 1537 Southeastern service from Gravesend to London Charing Cross via Sidcup. This is formed of 465038. It comes in 181 on the distance, so that's 181. And so 181 on the back of this, so I'll get both of the numbers on the Gillingham, because that's 181. Right, so as that arrives, we'll catch this as a departure. If anything else decides to show up here, at Swanscombe on the North Kent Line. And now getting ready to depart is 465, and now departing, sorry, is 465038 and 465181, with 2 Delta 50, the 1537 Southeastern service from Gravesend to London Charing Cross via Sidcup and Hither Green. Very majestic as it leaves. And people will start filling the other end of this platform, as there is a train due in this way, stopping in about 10 minutes or so. So as that heads off towards Charing Cross, we'll see what's next here at Swanscombe on the North Kent Line. Right, so while we're waiting for the train, I just want to say, after this series is done, because it's most likely not going to, well, I know it's not going to take a year, because in the Trainspotter Summer Meet on the 9th of August, which I will be attending, should be my 50th episode of Trains At. I'm gonna make episodes before, so that it is 50. I'm gonna sort of fabricate it to be episode 50. Like, cut some out or add some in if I need to. I think I'm gonna need to add some in. Because I did have to skip out a few stations. I had to skip out Newington and I skipped out Strood because I didn't feel like it. No, it wasn't because I didn't feel like it at Strood. I actually completely forgot I was going to Strood. So I skipped out Strood, which would have been the start of the North Kent Line series. I'll probably revisit that later on after the Trainspotter Summer Meetup. Yeah, so I should most likely be done with this North Kent Line series either a bit before or a bit after the Trainspotter Summer Meet. I know the way I have it planned, I should get to Woolwich Dockyard before the summer meet. Which, with the way I've planned it, which is really weird and mathematically illogical, says it would be episode 49. But because I've skipped out a few and I've added a few in, I don't know if it is episode 59 anymore. Or, not 59, 49. So, what I'm going to just what I'm going to see is how far off I am with my next scheduled upload that I planned, which, as of the time of recording this, I think is Farningham Road. So by the time that goes up, I will have a concrete idea of what I should do to get the Trainspotter Summer Meet to be my 50th episode. That man is walking dangerously close to the edge of the platform, like he's walking on the white line. They're looking down the line. It's not due in for another 4 minutes yet, so... yeah. Anyway, we'll see what's next here at Swanscombe. We will actually see what's next here at Swanscombe on the North Kent Line. And now approaching is 2 November 44, the 1547 Southeastern service from London Charing Cross to Gravesend by Hither Green and Sidcup. This is formed of 8 coaches, so it'll be stopping a little bit further down. Not as in down as in behind me, down as in that way.
1547 Southeastern service to Gravesend, calling at Northfleet and Gravesend. This train is formed of 8 coaches.
You can see I'm working down the North Kent Line station by station, because I was at Northfleet last week. It wasn't last week for you, it was probably a few days ago for you, but you know. That's how YouTube works. On the front of this is 465156, and we'll catch the rear as it departs. And now getting ready to depart is 465156, and something else on the rear, with 2 November 44, the 1547 Southeastern service, from London Charing Cross to Gravesend via Hither Green and Sidcup. On the rear of that is 465 238. And as that heads off around the corner towards Northfleet and Gravesend, we will see what's next here at Swanscombe on the North Kent line. I'm now passing is 465 That's 465.79 and 176 with a lovely free time. On 2 Alpha 50, the 1551 Southeastern service from Gillingham to London Charing Cross via Woolwich Arsenal and Lewisham. So as that heads off towards London, towards its next stop of Greenhithe, we will see what's next here at Swanscombe on the North Kent line. Right, so I've just actually decided on what I'm going to do on rounding this video off. I'm going to take the 1717 and wait a bit longer at Greenhithe, or just to, you know, I'm going to take the 1717, which is an earlier train. Well, no, it's a later train, obviously. But we get a pass at 1702, from which would have been the train I was on if I got the 1647. But I'm going to wait a bit longer at Greenhithe, and also just for that extra certainty that I have as much time as I need to change platform. So I'm going to stay here for the whole time, and you will get you'll get more video because of it. No, scratch everything I said about being on the 1717. I'm going to be on the 1707, which is what I had timed as my last train of the day. Then I decided I'd be changing at Greenhithe and getting the fast train back home. I'm going to be taking the 1707 from Gravesend to Charing Cross, but I'll be getting off at Greenhithe, obviously. So my last train of the day will be either be 2 Alpha 54 or an unknown freight service running from Wilston to Who. So, we have that to look forward to, and potentially more tones from the next pass. Potentially. We never know. And now approaching is 2 Delta 52, the 1607 Southeastern service from Gravesend to London Charing Cross via Sidcup and Hither Green. From the 465 238, and something else on the rear. In front of this is 465 238. And on the rear of this is 465 156. Right, there should have been a pass in between now and the last pass, but that's how delayed it is. 5 minutes late, not terrible. Right, and that's stopped. We'll see what's next here at Swanscombe on the North Kent line. And now getting ready to depart is 465 238 and 465 156. On 2 Delta 52, the 1607 Southeastern service from Gravesend to London Charing Cross via Sidcup and Hither Green. Right, so as you probably guessed, I just want to clear this up. You've noticed that you probably have noticed that I call the Chatham main line the Southeastern main line. I know it's called the Chatham Main Line. However, I call it the Southeastern Main Line because that makes sense in my head. If you've ever been to Chatham Station, you'll know why. It's 2 platforms, and it's not a major station at all. 2 platforms, I think it's 8 trains an hour in each direction, which you get on every single station from Rochester all the way... No, you get from Rochester all the way to Faversham. So they might as well call it the Rochester Main Line or the Faversham Main Line, if they're going to name it after a station. So I just call it Southeastern Main Line because it makes more sense in my head. That should clear that up. And I'm not going to stop calling it Southeastern Main Line now I've said that. I'm going to still call it that. Oh yeah, I'm going to still call it that. But just be clear, there are 2 Southeastern Main Lines. There's Southeastern Main Line that runs from Hither Green down through Elmstead Woods, through Tunbridge, Sevenoaks, that way. And there's Southeastern Main Line then there's the line I call the Southeastern Main Line, which is the line in between Victoria and Faversham, which is actually known as the Chatham Main Line. Right, so that should clear that up, and now we're waiting on our delayed passing service from Gillingham. Not from Gillingham, to Gillingham. So, I just heard over the announcements that the 1617 Southeastern service from London Charing Cross to Gravesend is delayed by 4 minutes due to a passenger being taken ill at an earlier station. My only hope is that they do recover. If it's serious, that they recover. And if it isn't necessarily serious, that they just, start feeling better. So, that train's delayed. But, as I say, I hope the ill passenger gets better / recovers. Which are not interchangeable terms. In my books, anyway. And we will see what's next here at Swanscombe on the North Kent Line. And I'm starting to suspect that the train I'm waiting on to pass has been cancelled. Right, and now approaching into the platform 2 is 2 November 46, the 1617 Southeastern service from London Charing Cross to Gravesend via Hither Green and Sidcup. This is not delayed by 4 minutes, this is delayed by 2 minutes.
Platform 2 for the 1617 Southeastern service to Gravesend. Calling it Northfleet and Gravesend. This train is formed of 10 coaches.
Well, there we go, we have its calling points and how many coaches it's got. Which means it should either be a 465 or a 466 on the front. And on the front of this is 466031. And we'll see what's next. And now approaching, and now passing, is 465. 4666043. Something's going wrong with 466031 for some reason. I think it has leaky brakes. But it should be now getting ready to depart. Lovely one tone off of that 465 though. Oh yeah, there's a water leak. So it's 466031 on the front. 465012. Okay, so 2 Lima 46 has decided that it wants to show up, just as 2 November 46 has decided it wants to show up. Which means this is going to be a very slow pass. Unless 2 November 46 really gets a move on to North Fleet. Which I doubt. Because North Fleet and Swanscombe are like 2-3 minutes apart. Right, and I actually don't know how much you got of 2 November 46's departure, because I'm still not acclimatized to this 20 minutes thing. 20 minutes shot thing. Jeez, I can't wait until I get my new phone. But my dad's using it at the moment. It's coming through very, very slowly. Like, this is going to be the slowest passing service we've had on the channel. Like, that 180 at Finsbury Park ain't got nothing on this. This is properly crawling it through. It took it like 2 seconds to get under a 2-lane road bridge. That's how slow it's going. To its credit, it has only got pavement on one side, so it's quite a narrow 2-lane road bridge. But it's still a 2-lane road bridge. I actually think this will be stopping here rather than at the red light. This is formed of 465036 and some other stuff. Right, so that's to stop the yellow aspect, so 465036 and 465160. The driver looks bored out of his mind as well. You'll see the drivers like being on delayed trains. So that was running 22 minutes late. I'm starting to think that I'll just go back the normal way, because the Gravesends are running on time, almost. Right. So with that, we'll see what's next here at Swanscombe on the North Kent line. Right, and approaching platform 2 in a few minutes' time should be 2 Lima 48, the 1632 Southeastern service from London Charing Cross to Gillingham via Lewisham and Woolwich Arsenal. And I've just seen it come around the corner, so yes, it is coming. And I'll tell you what it's formed of after it has passed, because, you know, that makes sense. It looks to be passing faster than 2 Lima 46, but not too much faster. It's chasing double yellows because of it. And on the rear was 465257. And that's the first time I've seen a double 466 on a train. That's really weird. I like it though. Wish Southeastern could do more like that. Anyway, now that the line has returned to basic normality, we will see what's next here at Swanscombe on the North Kent line. Okay, I don't think I said even how late 2 Lima 46 was.
Yes, got your attention now, jolly good. This is a very important
So that was, the 2 Lima 46 is 22 minutes late, and that is now officially the latest train I've ever filmed. Yeah.
To improve the railway for you. It will affect some working days too, so go and see the impact on your journey on our website. Thanks for listening.
Okay, so as Southeastern announcement man finishes his speech, we will see what's next here at Swanscombe. Okay, so we've had an announcement at the station saying that the 1636 Southeastern service to London Charing Cross is delayed, but they haven't said exactly how much it's delayed by. Mainly because the announcements actually go off relevant on the platform that they're most relevant to. So that's my nearest set of speakers on platform 1. They're all the way across there. So, yeah. So that's late. Everything's running late. It's fine. It's totally fine. But with that, we will see what is making the 1636 Southeastern service late here at Swanscombe. And now arriving in is 2 Delta 54, the 1636 Southeastern service from Gravesend to London Charing Cross via Sidcup and Hither Green. This is formed of 465 and 104. And 466031. And I do believe this had some brake issues. This set had some brake issues when it pulled in earlier. And we'll catch this on its departure. And now departing is the 2 465s on the front and 466031. On 2 Delta 54, the 1636 Southeastern service from Gravesend to London Charing Cross, leaving 7 minutes late. Right, as that heads off into the distance, we'll see us next here at Swanscombe on the North Kent Line. And now approaching, getting ready to arrive in, is 2 November 48, the 1647 Southeastern service from London Charing Cross to Gravesend by Hither Green and Sidcup. This is formed of a 376, it appears. Yes, it is.
Platform 2 for the 1647 Southeastern service to Gravesend, calling it Northfleet and Gravesend.
Yes, I was on this service. I was on this one. I was on that last week from Northfleet. I decided to leave a bit earlier. And I was on that. Not like that exact set, because on the front is 376032. And we'll get what's on the rear as it departs. It is a 10-coach set, obviously, being 376s. And as that arrives, we'll catch it on its departure. And now getting ready to depart is 376032. On 2 November 48, the 1647 Southeastern service from London Charing Cross to Gravesend by Hither Green and Sidcup. And as that heads off towards its next stop of Northfleet, we'll see what's next here at Swanscombe on the North Kent Line. Here we go. It does take a while for me to remember these things for some reason. But there we go, it's on the North Kent line. And now approaching into platform 1 in a few seconds or so should be 2 Alpha 54, the 1651 Southeastern service from Gillingham to London and Charing Cross by Village Arsenal. 5161 in the back. They sound amazing when they pass.
The train now approaching platform 2 does not stop here. Please stand well clear of the
And now approaching platform 2 in a few minutes or so is the early running 2 Lima 50, 1702. No. This is the 1653. No idea, either Freightliner, DB Cargo Rail, or DBRF service from Wilston Euro Terminal to Hoo Junction. By the looks of it, I'd say, oh no, they've all got full yellow fronts. So, it's definitely a shed. That I can see. With really bright LEDs on it. And it's not going terribly fast. No, it is. This is Freightliner. 66254 in the front. 513 on the back. So there are 3 sheds going off to Hoo to take their, basically, half of Hoo is ripped up at the moment. If you don't know, Hoo Junction is sort of like a shell. It's like, there's one bit of the yard here, and the main line goes straight through the middle. And this half of Hoo, if you imagine this is the down line, this is the up line, this half of Hoo is completely ripped up, and this half of Hoo is full of sheds and ballast wagons. But all the sheds in Hoo are on the country end of their consist, which is really not useful for taking ballast away. So those 66s are probably just going down there to shunt everything around. It's Freightliner on the front and back, and a DRS shed in the middle. I think that was for DRS, I think. Yeah, it was probably for DRS. So, we'll see what's next here at Swanscombe on the North Kent line. Okay, and something that should be passing in a minute and a half or so is 2 Lima 50, the 1702 Southeastern service from London Charing Cross to Gillingham. However, I don't know, so I'm just going to leave it there. Because the last train that passed through, that was supposed to pass through at 2 past the hour, came through 22 minutes late. So, you never know. But we will see when it comes through.
Please stand well clear of the edge of platform 2.
Okay, so 2 Lima 50 should be approaching now. A refresher on the exact details. It is 2 Lima 50, the now delayed 1702 Southeastern service from London Charing Cross to Gillingham via Lewisham and via Lewisham. Okay. I'm having a moment here. Via Lewisham and Woolwich Arsenal. There we go. Everything's happening at once. Oh, that's got a few minutes until it comes in. This is delayed though. So the networker is just coming over the hill. Okay, so we'll get this is formed of after this is passed. Oh no, it's 465-239. This is not that I'm there. This is 276 something on 032 on 2 Delta 56 1707 Southeastern service from Gravesend to London Charing Cross via Sidcup and Hither Green. So as we wait on this train's departure, if you have enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you for my next episode of Trains At, which is outside the North Kent Line series, at Denmark Hill. My next station in the North Kent Line series will be Greenhive. So, if you have enjoyed, please do leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you at Denmark Hill.